All right, I think we're good, Mike. We'll move these chairs out of the way here.
And then I woke up at 5, so I had no time to stop. We had to leave at 5:50.
I think I might have my mic on, Coach. All right, welcome to the WASA Marquette Eagles against the LWSRA Hawks. This is the semifinal game. Whoever wins this game is headed to the final game at 2 o'clock here at the Verona. All right, Taylor's got the ball on the outside. Dishes it down to Sydney. Sydney unable to connect. Ball's off of Taylor's chair. And it is Hawks basketball. Incredible defense by Marquette in the fourth quarter of last game. We'll see if they can recreate that here. They're getting further down in the shot clock. Cam cuts to the middle. He likes that shot. Just misses it. Cam to Zaylen in the middle. Lots of hands in front of Zaylen. She gets blocked and it's out of bounds. Still Hawks basketball. All right, shot clock down to 10. We'll see what the Hawks can do here with the basketball. Lots of talent, lots of speed. You'll see in the foreground here, Dom, number 21, who can shoot. Cam, who can also shoot the lights out if they get a clean shot. There's a shot by Cam. Bounces out. Kat's got the rebound. Gianni has the basketball. Gianni looking around, tosses it over to Taylor. Dom has already jumped out on Taylor. Let's see if they dish it down to Mac to get a closer shot. Turnover, Marquette. Zaylen's got the basketball, slows down her chair, gets it to Dom. Ball not able to fall. Zaylen's got it back. It's up and it's in. Her first points of the game. Early timeout for Gordon. He sees something that he doesn't like and is going to get it corrected. So those of you that saw the game yesterday, very tight first three quarters. And in the fourth quarter, Marquette ran away with it. We'll see what the coach has drawn up. Right next to us, we have the prep team playing Motor City. So fans will have a chance to see both games. G and Mac in the backcourt. G's bringing the ball down. He sees Kat down in the corner. Kat's going to take that shot. Money. Great to see Kat and Taylor hitting from the outside. Marquette is lethal when that happens. They have two bigs on the court with Sydney and Mac. Ball handler like G and two shooters. They're going to be tough to beat if they're firing all cylinders. There's Cam. Taylor's going to jump. Gets a hand up. Sydney's got the rebound. Here comes Marquette. A little bit of a press there from LWSRA. Ball gets out to Sydney. Sydney dumps it off to the middle to Cat. Ball's just off the edge. No good. All right, Cam, who is definitely the number one threat, has the ball, number 0 on the top of the key. Sydney and Cat down there on Zaylen. Sydney protects the baseline. Dom can take that shot if he wants. Sydney's going to jump out on Cam. Got to get a hand out in front of him. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot clock violation. That's a sign of great defense. Marquette's basketball. Can you see? Can you see? All right, G's got the ball. He sees Cat. Cat's down low, too far into the hoop. No good. Have had lots of early opportunities. Mack almost had his fall for the game, but was able to stay in his chair. Unfortunately, nobody was paying attention to number 25. He rolls right in and scores. All right, Taylor's got a screen behind Sydney. Sydney escapes down. Nice pick and roll action there. She takes her time, stops her chair, and scores. Ball swings over to Zaylen. 2-on-1. G's got to cover 2. Zaylen makes him pay after a rough shooting outing during their first game yesterday. Zaylen already has 4 of her team's 6 points. Marquette down 6-4. G's down in the middle. Finds a shot he likes. A bit flat. Not able to connect. Hawks basketball. Cam sends it over to Zaylen again. Zaylen again has made 4 points already. See how aggressive they are on the shooters. Lots of help around. G has the basketball, cutting towards the middle. He's got a steal with Sydney if he wants it. Kicks it off to Cat. Back down to G. She tries. Unfortunately, ball's a little too far out of G's reach. Some early jitters or something going on with the Marquette team. Hopefully they can settle down. Ooh, late foul called there. Cam driving to the lane. That could have been called either way. They're going to call that one on Sydney. Cam's a pretty good free throw shooter. His team's up 8-4. Makes the first one to extend the lead to 5. And he's 2 for 2. Excellent free throw shooter. All right, Marquette has gotten themselves into an early hole here. Let's see what they do to get themselves out of it. G's got the basketball in the corner. Nice steal by Mack there. Swings it over to Taylor. Ball is short. Bad pass. Hawks have the basketball. Transition basketball from the Hawks. They're up to 8. Coach wants another timeout to talk to the team. Hawks are excited and should be excited about this start after losing by about 25 points in the first quarter. They've got an 8-point lead. All right, we are live at the Mad City Tournament here in Verona, Wisconsin. Marquette, after being undefeated in this tournament, gets themselves into an 8-point hole. Taylor takes his time, shots up, too far. Here comes the Hawks in transition. 3 defenders are already back. Marquette should be able to set up nicely here. They are able to pin Zalen in the corner. They're going to have to swing the ball again. So Hawks have clearly learned from the defense that Marquette put on them yesterday, and they're responding well. Great execution on the Hawks side. G gets the ball back in the middle, off to the side, can't get the rebound. Poor execution by Marquette in the first quarter. They're down by 10. So the big change here is that instead of having number 17 in the middle to take that shot in the lane, they put one of their best shooters, Dom, number 21, in there, and he's able to make Marquette pay. That's the open shot that this defense is designed to let them shoot. Sydney's got the rebound. Marquette down by 12. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. They're going to have to close this gap. This is too good of a team to give a 12-point lead to and try to win this game. Mack towards the middle, and he scores. And Mack takes his fall for the game. Hopefully that's the only fall that he looked like. That one was a little bit harder than the ones we've seen in the past, so we're going to have a timeout here. So let the coaches and the medical staff see if Mack is okay over there, and we'll get restarted here in just a moment. Mack is standing, which is a good sign. It's a little shaken up over there. All right, physical training staff is going to go take a look at him. Hopefully he'll be able to rejoin this game or the next game. .145 here to play. Marquette has dug themselves a hole. They're down by 10, 16-6. Ball poked away, but Lucy had it for a moment. Now Taylor's got it. It's really locked up right there. Jump ball has been called. Cam at the top, swings it over to Dom. They get it down low. It's a bit far for their number 4 shooter. That ball falls short. The defense pays off. It gets the outcome exactly what they wanted. And here comes Marquette. A little bit of a press. Not able to see where the sideline is there. Rolls out of bounds. Hawks basketball, 106 left to play. Marquette got the shot they wanted out of the offense this last time down. Let's see if they can do it again. Zalen's deep under the hoop, hits the bottom of the backboard. She had to take that shot. Would have been a 3-second violation. G's got the basketball, able to break the press. Similar to yesterday, gets gummed up behind the three-point line. G sees Sydney on the outside. Sydney able to get the ball over to Kat. Kat takes a shot, and it scores. Assist from Sydney. Cuts the lead to 8 with 30 seconds left. All right, Zalen's got the ball in the corner. Finds Cam on top. Double screen there. That's going to get Cam really close. Sydney's got to get a hand up. She does. Tough shot for Cam. It goes in anyway. That's a good shot. 10 seconds left in the first half. The first quarter. Sydney's going to have to take the three-point shot here. She does. Not able to connect. Marquette down by 10. I think they'll take that after a very rough first few minutes. Their defense has settled down and forced some tough shots. We'll see you in the second quarter. We're back in action. Taylor's got the ball in the corner, gets it poked away from him. Cam is too fast for help. Transition basketball. They've got to get back. They've got to play her down. Sydney steals the basketball after a tip from Kat. Marquette fortunate to come away with that. Looks again like LWSRA is going to be pressing. G too far underneath under the backboard. Otherwise, that was a solid play from Marquette. G frustrated. He couldn't swing that one too far back. Zalen slicks it out to Cam. Cam able to sneak in there. Not able to finish, but 17's right there for the rebound. G's got the basketball. Lots of fouls. Got to be a little bit more careful with the basketball. Nice steal by Kat. She's got it to G. Marquette showing a little bit of sign of not being able to break the press here. Unusual for them with G's speed. We'll see if they can settle down. That seems to be the theme of this game, just getting themselves to settle down. G off to Taylor in the corner, down to Sydney. She rushed the shot a little bit, not able to connect. G with another rebound. Able to get up close. Doesn't connect. Gets the rebound, doesn't connect. Hawks basketball. So nobody scored yet in this second quarter. Fun to see those two speedsters, Cam and G, down there on each other. Poor execution on Marquette's defense. G swings it over to Cat. Cat back over to G. G nice and easy. Good to see him connect, hyping up his team. Kind of unbelievable that shot didn't fall for Zaylin. She's been shooting very well. They find Cat in the middle. Nice score for Cat. Great ball movement by Marquette. They've cut this lead down to 8, but they're going to have a few more stops on offense. Cam with a beautiful shot there. Found his little pocket there. Defenders were there, just not there in time to get a hand up and disrupt his shot. Nice shot by Cam. Ball is over to Cat on the far corner. She swings it to Taylor. Taylor settles down, but G is able to sneak in and score. Great scoop. Great move by G to get to the lane. That could be Marquette's answer on offense if they're not going to pay attention to G slashing to the lane or putting some of their weaker defenders. Marquette could get some success there. But they've got to stop Cam from shooting. Great play by 25 there, finishing off the layup. Hawks firing on all cylinders. Marquette is not yet, and that's the difference in the game. Cat opens up down low. Taylor finds her, 2 points. Marquette finally getting some of the shots they want down by the backboard. Unfortunately, so is LWSRA. A warning there from the referee, potentially a foul call. All right, offensive foul called on 25. It's going to be Marquette basketball. So a bit of a break for Marquette with the offensive foul call. Referees explaining it to the other team's coach. G and Cat working a strong side over there. Swings it over to Taylor. Taylor's got time. And when Taylor has time and he doesn't have to move much to get his shot, he is doing a great job connecting. Some positive signs here for Marquette. They've cut the lead down to 6 with 4:45 to play in the second quarter. We'll be back in just a moment. We are back in action. Hawks coach called a timeout here to resettle his team after getting out to a 12-point lead. That lead has been cut down to 6. You got 3 shooters on the strong side of the court here. Gets it over to Zaylen. Zaylen doesn't like that shot, swings it back out. Nice patience by the Hawks to get close and get the shot that they want. Cam gets really close, but misses it. Shocking for Cam to get that close and miss it. Bit of a transition opportunity here for Marquette. Let's see what they do with it. G's on the outside. G gets close. He likes that shot, and he nails it. Marquette showing some excitement here. One player's down on the court, but Zaylen knows how to pop right back up. I've always been so impressed with that. Any of you that have gotten in a chair before with that strap on you and falling over is kind of a shocking experience. But to have the muscles to pop up like that is just really remarkable. Ball gets tapped back. That is not a backcourt violation because it was tapped, but they might have a shot clock violation here, and they do. They do not get the shot up, and fortunately for Marquette, because that shot went in. So great defense with G tapping that away, and even though the Hawks recovered, that ate up so much of the shot clock that turnover, and Marquette's got the basketball. G's down to Taylor. Taylor's got to sit down low if he wants it. Unfortunately, he loses the basketball. Marquette able to recover, but stays Hawks basketball. 3:13 to go in the second quarter. Two very well coached, high IQ basketball teams with a lot of speed and a lot of talent on the court. Not shocking that they're all getting the shots that they want. Taylor able to dish off that rebound to G. They're able to break the press again. Ball's into Cat. Cat back over to G. Sydney's able to pick it up. Cat in the middle, over to Taylor. They turn a bad situation into a better one. And that lead is now down to 2 with 2:36 left to play in the second quarter. Lucy able to frustrate that shot just enough to require the pass. Cam shooting from way back. Sydney's got the ball. Dishes it over to G. G to Cat. Cat to Taylor. G's got the basketball, settling his team down. Drives to the outside. He sees Lucy in the middle. Lucy's got time for that today. And she ties it up. Marquette has closed a 12-point deficit in this second quarter. That 10-second clock is coming up on Cam. He's too fast, just barely gets across the line at the 20-second mark. Nice tap away by G. Sydney grabs it. A co-steal there. Transition basketball for Marquette. Cat sees Taylor. Taylor doesn't like that shot. He's going to reset. Gets it down to G. Lots of hands all over G down there. No foul called. Marquette basketball. All right, Taylor's got the ball. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Gets it over to Cat. Marquette's got to hurry here. They have 5 seconds left. Cat's going to have to take that shot. She does, and it just rims out. Unfortunate outcome there. Good shot, had good arc on it, good aim, just rimmed out. Tie ball game, less than a minute. Cam takes a three-pointer and nails it. You hear the Hawks crowd erupt after a long scoring shortage. They're now back up by 3. G sees Taylor. Taylor likes that shot, leaves everything short. Fortunate bounce. It's going to stay Marquette basketball. 38 seconds left to go in the half. G has the ball. He sees Taylor. Back to G. Gets it to City down low. That's a block. Oh, they call a foul. So it's going to be 2 shots for City Whaley Smith. First shot is up and good by Sydney. Second shot just off the rim. So 1 out of 2 free throws. Sydney cuts the lead down to 2 points. Shot clock is irrelevant at this point. There are 18 seconds left in the game. Looks like Cam is holding for the last shot. He sees Zaylin. Zaylin unable to square a chair. Marquette has the basketball. 8 seconds left to go. Let's see if they can take a shot. Over to G. G's got to shoot. G does. Oh. Incredible second quarter by the Marquette Golden Eagles, closing that lead down to 2. We'll see you in the second half. We are back in action. Strong first quarter by the LWSRA Hawks. Strong second quarter by the Marquette Golden Eagles. And we only have a 2-point game. It is Marquette basketball. Reverse sides of the court. Here comes Marquette, down to Taylor. Taylor into Sydney. Sydney gets hit from behind. No foul call. That's all right. G finishes it up for the team. All right, tie ball game. Here come the Hawks. Ball swings over to Zaylen. Dom has the ball. 3 seconds left to shoot. Somebody's going to have to shoot a desperation shot here. 30-second shot clock violation. Here comes Marquette. Taylor's shot doesn't fall. Hawks on the run with transition. Watch out for number 25 driving to the lane here. Taylor able to recover. Great recovery. Ball gets swung. Bit of a rush shot there. Fall doesn't fall for G. Cat is being held out by Zaylen. Here they come. They've got a 5-on-4. Great transition offense. Get Cam down close to that hoop. That play started all the way down in the backcourt with both Cat and Sydney being picked out. G loses the ball. Press works that time, but G's got the rebound after the air ball. Here comes Marquette in transition. G gets the scoop. Ties up the game, 7:28 to go in the third quarter. These teams have been back and forth ever since Marquette recovered from that 12-point deficit. Ball over to Dom. Dom able to float down to the shorter defender, so he didn't have Sid in his face, and able to connect. Nice shot. So much talent on the court between these two teams. G's got the basketball up on the top. It's got a steal by Sydney. Sydney sees it and likes that shot. Able to connect. She ties it up 31-31. Dom left wide open, unable to connect. He swished it last time with a hand in his face, but this time too much wide open space, and he's not able to connect. G over to Taylor. Taylor finds Sydney. Bad pass. Fortunately stays Marquette basketball. Cat's going to have to take that shot. getting down this. Oh, and she nails it. What a shot with the shot clock expiring. For the first time, Marquette has the lead, 33-31. All right, Max back in the basketball game. That's great to see for him and for his team after a hard fall in the first quarter. So on the court now, you've got the two bigs, Sydney and Mac, together with Gianni, Kat, and Taylor. Cam's got the ball, has a 12 seconds on the shot clock. Shot is up by Dom. Ball knocked out by Cam, Marquette basketball. Bad pass, unable to connect. Cam's got the basketball. He's all alone. G gets in front of him. Cam sneaks it in despite the defense. G easily breaks the press, so they should have numbers. Nice make by G. Marquette back up by 2. 35-33, 4:20 to go in the third quarter. Two very evenly matched teams. Cam able to sneak around the entire defense. Easy shot for him. Breakdown in the Marquette defense. Coach is going to want to talk to them about that. Oh, that's all right. Shake it off, Sydney. Sid not able to connect down low there. That's tough with all those hands around you. Left the first three short. Overemphasize it. And in transition, Hawks able to get the lead back. Max down low. Not sure how he snuck in there, but he's able to finish that off. Tie basketball game, 37-37. Mac being a little bit more cautious there to make sure he doesn't take a second fall. He's currently picked out by Dom. Shots up by Zaylin. Does not connect. G's got the basketball. Here comes Marquette. G gets over to Taylor. Taylor scoots around the screen. Nice pass to G. G takes that shot and nails it. Marquette back up by 2. Probably the 7th lead change here with two very evenly matched teams. Cat deflects the ball out of bounds. Marquette is up 39-37, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Hawks basketball, they've got a reduced shot clock here. It's down to about 18 seconds. Sydney's ready to jump on that. Cat's got Zalen way out, swings it over to Cam. Lucy doesn't let him square up his chair. He's going to have to take that shot off the back of the rim, but he's got the rebound and a fresh 30-second shot clock. Unfortunate bounce for Marquette basketball, but great defense. G's going to let that ball go out, make sure the defender can't get it. Marquette basketball. Taylor's got the ball. They give him space. Max got the rebound. Too strong. He's got the Mac rebound again. Gets blocked from behind. It's blocked and fouled this time. Max headed to the free throw line. About a 50-50 free throw shooter. His team's got the lead by 2. Has a chance to put them up more. Oh, shot in and out. Does not fall. Good arc on it. Good spin. Tough break. Same exact shot. Same outcome. Marquette's still up by 2. Cam is lethal from that three-point shot. Max got the rebound. Lots of relieved faces from the Marquette fans, giving Cam that open three-point shot. He loves to roll into that. Here comes Gianni. He's got a steal from Cat. Gets it back over to Cat again. Cat just a bit short. Hawks have the basketball. 40 seconds to go. All right, 10-second violation. Again, teams have 10 seconds to advance the ball across half court, whether it is after a rebound or it is taking the ball out of bounds. And it's easy to tell that because you can always look at the shot clock. Nice shot, Mac, right in front of us here. All right, 20 seconds left. Shot clock is irrelevant at this point. Great bank shot by Mac to put his team up. G's got the basketball and has 7 seconds. Down to 4. He's going to have to heave a desperation shot, if anything. All right, good quarter for Marquette. Able to reverse the lead. They were down 2 when we started. They're now up by 4, headed into the fourth quarter. Okay, we are headed into the fourth quarter, which is an unexpected. Getting down by 12 in the first quarter. They've recovered and are up by 4, but that's not the lead they want to have. So we'll see what happens here. It is Hawks basketball. 10-minute quarters, headed into the fourth. Cam's got the basketball up on the three-point line. (17) able to sneak in. Didn't quite have the angle that he wanted. Marquette lucked out on that. They've been hitting that bucket pretty consistently. G's got the basketball. Swings the ball. Max got it in the middle. Cat's got it back. Tough shot underneath the hoop, but Taylor's got it back. Taylor's going to shoot. Taylor's going to have another rebound. They're going to call a timeout to preserve the possession there after not being able to connect. Good rebounding by Marquette. Long deep pass to Taylor in the corner. Max slips in. He's the tallest player on the court, and he's able to connect. Great offensive execution. Good call by Coach Jordan to call the timeout there so that they could reset their offense. Cam is just burning up the court. He is so fast. Swings the ball all the way out to Zaylen. Zaylen may look at that shot. Cam's got it back by the three-point line. Underneath a 10-second shot clock here. He's got about 5 seconds to shoot. G tips it. He gets it back and scores with just barely any time on the shot clock. Boy, is Cam hard to stop and keep him out. You think you got him stopped once, and he just keeps coming. All right, G has the basketball. On the court with him is Cat on the far side. Got Lucy, Mac, and Taylor. Taylor likes this shot here. Swish. Great shot by Taylor Post. Great to see him connecting. Marquette's up by 6, 8 minutes left to go. They've got to watch that three-point shot from Cam. Number 3 rolls to the hoop, squares up his chair, knocks it in. You'll hear us talk a lot about the number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 options. Typically when you're playing wheelchair basketball, you want to know your opponents and who's the number 1 shooter, the number 2 shooter, etc. Taylor hits again. So essentially number 1 means the number 1 threat, number 2 is the number 2 threat, all the way down to the number 5 threat. So you want to make sure that number 1 and 2 are not making the shots. But if you have 3 and 4 shooters that are good shooters, you cannot leave them wide open. So you want to challenge those 1 and 2 shooters without leaving the 3, 4, and 5 shooters wide open. But typically it's a good thing if you can have the 4 or 5 shooter taking the shot as long as you have somebody in their face. There, Marquette did not on that last possession. Fortunately, their offense is firing on all cylinders. Taylor Post hitting 2 critical shots, Mac in the lane. So Marquette maintains its lead, 47-41 with 7:28 left to play. We'll be back in just a moment. Okay, we are back in action. Hawks are down by 6. 7:27 left to play in the fourth quarter. Strong defense by Marquette, but stronger offense. Cam was trying to sneak around there. Oh my gosh, incredible roll by Cam. Great shot. One wheel was in the air when he shot. That looked like it was going to be far off to the left, but it catches the right part of the rim and goes in. Max open in the middle and scores. Mac having a heck of a game. The shooting of Taylor specifically, but also the other players have forced them to jump our shooters, and that leaves Mac open to the lane. Mac hits the shot. Cam hits the shot. Foul. And Cam's now has the opportunity to turn it into a three-point play. Down by 4 are the Hawks after a 12-point lead in the first quarter. Cam is just an incredible shooter from the outside, but also from the free throws. He has not missed a free throw, keeping his team in this. Marquette up by 3. Here's Gianni. Swings it down to Cat. Cat swings it over to Taylor. That ball is too hard for Taylor to take on. Hawks basketball. I think everybody would like to have that one back. Cat could have taken that 8-foot shot, but Taylor is so hot, she wanted to get it over to him. Fortunately, the pass was too tall for him to take. Oh, great move by Cam. Taylor recovers. Now Sydney's going to swing. They've got to get the ball over to Dom. Incredible pass cross court. Just a dime from Cam. Cam's now going to have to take a shot. There's 5 seconds left. Ball's too far, out of bounds. Coach Jordan swapping out offensive power for defensive here. Mac has been incredible cutting to the lane, but wants to coach him a little bit on playing softer in the defense. Taylor's got time, and he's got buckets. Incredible game by Taylor Post. Cat's trapped back here. That means it's eventually going to be a 5-on-4. Dom's going to release in the back court. You'll see him come into the picture here where Cam is ahead of Cat. You don't want to see that. Cam is able to get the rebound. Oh, G pokes it away and gets it. Marquette basketball, here they come. G scoops too hard, unable to connect after a fantastic defensive play, beats everybody down court, but is not able to connect on the layup. Cat be able to sneak back into defense, but Dom is already behind there, able to shoot. Hawks are doing a great job picking out 1 or 2 of our players before they're able to reset on their defense, and that's been the difference to keep them in this game. Here comes G. Nice soft shot. That's something that he definitely picked up recently. Beautiful shot if they're going to let him coast in like that, and he's got time. He's tall enough to hit that shot. He's always had the moves. Now he's got the height to shoot over people. It's pretty cool. Timeout, Hawks. Marquette up by 5, 53-48, with 4:41 to go in the fourth quarter. All right, the prep game just finished up, 57-18. Another dominant performance by the prep team. Some of those players have joined Marquette on the bench. Cam's got the ball deep in three-point range. Kicks it over to Dom. Dom is money from that spot, particularly when he's got his chair lined up with a little momentum. Marquette is letting the Hawks hang in on this game. Mack had a little bit of position. I think they were anticipating a pass to Taylor, who's just been on fire. So Mack was not expecting that ball. Cat is picked out by two players. This has not boded well for Marquette in the past once they have a player picked out, because that does not allow people to jump. Nice move by Cam to get down to the two. Ball's too wide. Thankfully, Gianni has great height. Oh, they poke it away from Gianni. Gianni has to foul, sending the best free throw shooter on the court to the free throw line. Marquette is only up by 3. They're calling that on the floor. I guess the ball did not leave his hand and he wasn't in shooting formation, so super smart foul by Gianni to avoid what would have been an easy 2-point basket and not even allow free throws. Great defense by Sydney. Great defense by G. Not able to grasp the rebound. Sydney's got her hand on the ball, but they give the Hawks a timeout despite what probably should have been called a jump ball. Full timeout here, so we'll be back in a few minutes. Marquette has a 53-50 lead. It's going to be Hawks basketball. All right, a couple turnovers for Marquette has allowed the Hawks to get back into this game. Hawks have been consistently making points, and Marquette has been able to exceed them. But a few turnovers by Marquette and Hawks continuing to hit has made this a 3-point game, which is dangerous with a player like Cam and Dom on the court. Cam able to square up, decides to dump it off to Dom. Surprised he didn't take that shot. Cat's out on Dom, back over to Cam. Oh, incredible spin on the ball. Not sure how that one fell, but it did. Shooter's touch. It's a 1-point game, folks, with 3 minutes left to go. 2 bigs on the court, plus Taylor. Cat swings it over to Matt. And Mack, that's why you got Mack on the court. Incredible play by Taylor. They knew that they were going to jump Taylor, and he dumps it off to Mack. It's a 3-point game. But again, there are 2 players locked out on Marquette. They can't get back. That's going to leave somebody open to the hoop. This time it's Dom, and they score. 4 transition defense by Marquette. All right, this time Marquette has numbers. Taylor's in the middle. Patient, unable to connect. Hawks have the ball. They can take the lead here. They're only down by 1. Marquette has not been able to stop them. Again, 2 players picked out. 1 is able to recover. Taylor's still out. That means that Dom is wide open. Taylor's back in, and they're able to reset their defense. Great way to hold people down, but Cam sneaks around the side. Bucket. And for the first time this half, Hawks retake the lead. They see Sydney in the middle. Sydney scores, putting Marquette back up. Big bucket there by Sydney. But she's now pinned out. She's got to get back on defense. 1:30 to go. Exciting game. Two lethal shooters over there with Cam and Dom. Shot clock's under 10. Strong defense. Cam, desperation shots. Goes out of bounds. Fortunate for Marquette. I don't know about you all, but my heart is pumping. I tell everybody that's why I do this broadcast, to just distract myself from what's going on the court. This is intense. 1 point lead. G with a tough shot, but Max able to get the rebound. And it bounces in. Marquette has a 3-point lead with 56 seconds left to go here. Cam with G, again, the two fastest people in this division. They dump it down to Dom. Oh no, he missed it. LWSRA is going to have to foul somebody. All right, so again, what a foul does in this circumstance is they're going to have to foul enough times to get what's called in the bonus, and that will automatically send Marquette to the free throw line, where there is no time that expires. So they're going to foul a few more times here very quickly to preserve the clock time and make Marquette win this one from the free throw line. We've got a couple of great free throw shooters on the court with Mac, Cat, and Taylor. So they're going to want to get into one of those three folks' hands, but anybody's capable of making a bucket here. All right, Coach Jordan wants a timeout to talk about it. He didn't like what he sees on the court. We'll be back. That is up 59-56 with 37 seconds left to play. We are back in action. Another foul there from LWSRA. They had not committed many fouls, so they were going to have to foul quite a bit here to get Marquette back on the line. Taylor's got the basketball. They're going to foul again. Looks like that puts them in the bonus, and Taylor Posts, one of our better free throw shooters, is headed to the free throw line with a 3-point lead and 36 seconds left to go. First shot is up, and a swish by Taylor Post. Certainly our best free throw shooter on the court, so way to get him the ball and get him fouled. And Taylor is 2 for 2. Lots of applause and a bit of relief on the Marquette bench. They are now up by 5 with 36 seconds left to go. This game is not over, in fact, far from it, with the 3-point shooting capability of the LWSRA Hawks. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, ball is about to come back in. Marquette up by 5, 36 seconds left. They give the ball to Cam. Got to make sure he's not going to take a three-point shot. They do. Ball bounces around, taps around. Max got it. They bring it down to G. G's going to let some time expire here. They're going to foul him. No foul called. Time continues to roll. So one ref does not call the foul. The other one does. Some frustrations from LWSRA fans. Just a pause here. 2 shots for G. 21 seconds left. Oh, ball just escapes out. G makes a second one. It is now a 6-point game with 22 seconds left. Cam's got the ball. Again, a very effective three-point shooter. They're going to want to make sure that he doesn't get a good square up. You notice them nesting their chairs out on the front there. Lots of tall hands. That is a long shot. Sydney keeps it in bounds. Gets it over to Cat. This game is going to end. Marquette takes it 62-56. No time left on the clock. This is a character-building game for both teams. Good to see Marquette Golden Eagles, who sometimes struggle after they get down in the first quarter. They did that here and were able to get away with the win. See them in the championship game, likely against Nebraska at 2 o'clock. Please join us then.